a fundamental difference between like left-wing thinking, and I'm not going to say right-wing thinking. I'm just going to say everybody else's thinking. It's not just conservatives or right-wing. It's normal people do that, right? But when you have left-wing politics in you, and I know you have a lot to say about this, we'll get into it later, but like when you have those left-wing politics, that's what you're trained to do, is to care about like these abstract people you don't even know, right? I just think it's a healthier way to live, the way what you've chosen. Much healthier.
You know, when I speaking of that and the politics, and me not having politics I'm supposed to have. Mm-hmm. Now you hear about my friend Kwa, and I got other friends, and I stand with them, but I don't give a shit about prison reform, police reform, none of that.
What do you mean you don't give a shit?
I think I would like to see more focus placed on young kids before they get in trouble. Okay. I would like to treat the community as a triage center. And we deal with the people who need the least help first, so we can have more hands on deck to help the ones who need the most help. And yo, man, and if we don't get to them, let God sort it out, man, because as long as I didn't put you in that situation, I don't feel responsible for you personally, right? What my thing is, when I look at the Black community, right? And I believe by helping the Black community, I'm helping America, because so much talk about the Black community is driving national politics, okay?
Yep.
So when I look at the Black community, my thing is like, I saw Kaepernick was giving suits to people to go on job interviews. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, they got a suit, but they need a skill. They need to know how to conduct themselves in an interview. You're just giving them a suit. What are they going to do with that damn suit? You know, it sounds good on the surface, but when you scratch beneath the surface, it's just some bullshit, man. And a lot of liberalism, that's what it is. A lot of symbolic gestures. And I found myself doing it because I've heard other people do it. With my business in DC, I got an outpatient mental health facility, which I won't name. And we've given away school supplies, turkeys at Thanksgiving. Man, I've seen people go down the block and sell the shit we gave them, man. Like, it doesn't help, man. You know, and it's not their fault, because they needed more than what we gave them. But a lot of this symbolic offerings is to make the people doing it feel good. Like, I'm not a bad person. I tried. You didn't do shit. You took the easy way, because the real work means you really got to get involved, man. It's not like you show up with toys for tots and turkeys at Thanksgiving, and you got to do some real shit, man. And people are always looking for the easy out where they can get the most credit. Good PR and grandstanding, peacocking, as they call it.
Okay,
you know, there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, so you raised Thomas Sowell, so let's do that. And I am going to get back to my questions about you.
Go ahead, man.
No, it's good. No, this is more interesting right now. So, and in a sense, this is like the most important question about everything here, which is, so I'm known in part for like my tremendous interest in Black culture, Black history. I've studied it. I've written about it. That's kind of one of my big things. So I'm a big admirer of what's called Black culture, which, you know, even that category is a little funky. Like, what is that exactly? But I also recognize that there's been a lot of bad shit in Black culture, a lot of violence, needless violence, a lot of the stuff that you've been talking about, what you might call knucklehead behavior, whatever. So, you know, the conservatives, the Thomas Sowells, they come in and they say, and I respect this a lot, but I'm not totally there. They say we've got to change Black culture, right? We got to get these men to become committed to being fathers and husbands and to working, and we got to get the drugs, you know, change Black culture. That's the answer. And it might be like, if we made all Black people into Barack Obama, which is really the white liberals' dream, right? That's what they want.
Oh man.
Of course they
And you
want
know
that.
I can't stand that guy, but go ahead.
Yeah,
Look.
me neither. But that's what you know that, right? Every white liberal and every black liberal too wants every black person to be just like Barack and Michelle, right? So I'm asking you, Curtis Scoon, as someone who comes directly out of that culture, but has been a critic of it, a relentless critic of it. But you also love, I assume, sounds like from listening to you for a long time now, you love parts of the culture too. So I'm asking you, like,
I love my people, man. I do.
right.
But I'm not gonna co-sign the bullshit that they do. I'm gonna tell them this is some bullshit and you need to stop.
So some
And
of it,
nobody wants to do that because they don't have the balls, because they're not real leaders. What they are, they're professional apologists. They make excuses for the dysfunction and the poor choices and the poor values. And that's the only way they connect with those people, because their life is so removed. They live in their gated communities, or they're making their money and spend most of their time in white spaces with white people. And the only way they can connect with the people they seek to represent, or I should say misrepresent, is to harp on things like police brutality and racism, because that's the only connector for them. I'm black just like you. LeBron James is worth, I don't know, a couple $100 million, maybe $500 million.
oh yeah,
And he's talking about he's scared of police.
oh yeah,
The fucking police would ask for an autograph and take a picture with him.
bow
He's
down.
full of shit. You know what I mean?
Of course, of course.
Yo, he's full of shit. But this is the only way he could sell himself to black people. Like, listen, man, me and you, we the same. We are not the same, LeBron.
And,
you're in a better position and you should be doing something with it other than promoting bullshit to us.
and you know,
and that's what the black elite does.
and you know.